As mission manager, I'm responsible of the exploitation phase of the Sentinel-3 mission, taking over from the ESA ESTEC project after the in-orbit commissioning phase. Sentinel-3 is a Copernicus mission that we are operating jointly with EUMETSAT, with a clear mandate and responsibility in terms of operation and product portfolio. While EUMETSAT is in charge of marine and RT, near real-time atmospheric product, ESA is in charge of land, cryosphere and hydrology product, as well as offline atmospheric product. It means that my role involves a lot of interaction and discussion with EUMETSAT and ESA stakeholders. I have also very regular interaction with my top management in order to report on the mission status and future plan, also involving the European Commission. So we have a lot of interaction. This interaction involves also a lot of discussion with the user community. Indeed, my mandate is to make sure that the Sentinel-3 outcome are in line with the user expectations. So that's why we are maintaining a very strong dialogue and discussion with them. And of course, on the long-term plan, this kind of interaction allow to plan, let's say, future activity and priority for the benefit of the mission and the whole user community, including the Copernicus services. Wow, difficult to summarize in few words. The Sentinel-3 user community is vast, large and diverse. We have the main user as a scientific user, as well as the so-called Copernicus services, including the CMEMS for what concerns the marine and the ice part. We have also more and more user and application coming from the climate community with the Copernicus Climate Change Service, which rely a lot of observation from Sentinel-3 over different domains in order to compute the so-called essential climate variable for hydrology, marine, ice, and land domain. Sentinel-3 is also more and more used for application over hydrology for river and lake. In this respect, the Copernicus Global Land Service use the Sentinel-3 A and B to characterize water high variation for about more than, let's say, 90,000 river and lake worldwide. Sentinel-3 optical data are also strongly used by the Copernicus Atmospheric Service, for example, to monitor the dramatic wildfire as the one observed during the last summer, as well as to characterize aerosol in the atmosphere. So it's just few examples highlighting the versatility and the very large area of application of Sentinel-3 and user, but there is, of course, many more. On the short term, the future consists in preparing the Sentinel-3 C and D unit, for which the launch is planned for the next few years. In this respect, we are defining a so-called tandem phase, which basically consists of having two units over the same orbit, just separated of a few seconds, in order to observe over the same place and at the same time. Which is very helpful in order to perform cross-calibration between the different units, which is again fundamental for mission consistency and continuity, especially for climate application. The dataset that will come from this tandem phase will be also very helpful in order to support R&D activities for geophysical retrieval and guide future product evolution. On the longer term, we are also starting to work a lot with colleagues from ESTEC for the preparation of Sentinel-3 next generation, optical and topography, building on the operational experience gained from the Sentinel-3 satellite currently in operation. We are also looking forward more and more synergy between the optical and the altimetry payload, and we want to push more and more in this way. And also in terms of thematic domain and within the perspective of the upcoming CRISTAL Copernicus expansion mission, we are really focusing on the cryosphere, on the polar sea ice, land ice, and having two wonderful satellites such as Sentinel-3 flying today will help us to prepare tomorrow. As for Sentinel-3, CRISTAL will be operated in close cooperation with EUMETSAT, but will also involve an additional and very valuable key player with NASA JPL. Also, while Sentinel-3 main objectives was focused on the marine domain, CRISTAL will be more focused on the polar region, with a dedicated instrument and an orbit optimized to observe a high latitude region. Unlike Sentinel-3 reach only up to 81 degrees in latitude, CRISTAL will cover a much higher latitude, very close to the North and the South Pole. In terms of instrument, Sentinel-3 is equipped of an optical payload. It is not the case for CRISTAL, but CRISTAL will have on board a B-band altimeter, a Ka and Ku band, which is particularly relevant to retrieve snow depth, which is a key geophysical parameter, but also an important ingredient to compute the sea ice thickness. Also, in terms of instrument, the microwave radiometer procured by NASA JPL will be very helpful in order to retrieve sea ice and land ice surface characteristic. For that, we need to have some R&D to really exploit and benefit from this microwave radiometer, but we have a lot of promising in order to be able to improve some characterization over the cryosphere domain. Also, the resolution, the long-track resolution will be significantly improved. We'll have a new instrument building a lot on Sentinel-6 and Cryosat. We will have a sarin interferometry mode, allowing not only to compute elevation along the track, but to really have a source elevation over land ice region, especially over the margin of high topographic gradient. So a lot of additional things, continuity, and so we will, thanks to this new capability, we hope to improve a lot our capability over the polar region.